Hey guys, it's your boy Adam Singer over here again, coming back at you with another video. Actually, to be honest, this is the first video we create, other than the podcast that you usually see. I appreciate you guys all for the support, by the way. So today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about a pretty special and common question that I get all the time. Is, hey Adam, how do you stay motivated? I'm known to be super energized, always, packed with energy, ready to crush it, and I get asked this question all the time. So I wanted to sit down with you guys today and talk about how to stay motivated in 2019. New Year's resolutions, they come and go. They stick around for 2 weeks, 3 weeks? We're already almost in the second week of the first year, so I'm sure many of you guys watching this are already feeling a bit dubby down. So I'm going to give you 6 quick tips that I use on a daily basis that my mentors have taught me to use that have worked super efficiently for me to be able to crush it and to continuously stay motivated no matter what the circumstances are. So let's get this going. Number 1, I'm gonna write all this down for you guys. It's figure yourself out. Now, I know this is a little interesting and maybe a bit weird, but let me explain what I mean by this. Figuring yourself out first is key to anyone's success. If you don't know who you are as a person, you're not going to be able to reciprocate energy out for people. You're not going to be able to actually do what you want to do and what you love to do. And it's just going to affect you in so many different ways. So what I mean by figuring yourself out is, number 1, you want to make sure you understand your strengths and weaknesses. What makes you feel super motivated and energetic? What is it that you love to do? What is it that you want to do? What is it that you hate to do? What kind of people do you like to be around? Just literally everything. Take a list and start to write down the things that bother you, the things that don't bother you. You need to have a case study of yourself. I know that's pretty interesting, but try it. Trust me, it works very much so. So once you figure yourself out and you understand yourself clearly and deeply, I'm sure you've heard of the quote that you can't love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can't love others. It's kind of the same tactic for business and everything in life. If you don't know yourself, you're not going to be able to actually move forward and do what you want to do. So number 2, after you get that done, number 2 is, I'm sure many of you guys have heard this, but it's find what you love to do and do it. Alright, so we're not talking about money here. We're not talking about doing anything that's cash related. I'm just telling you the key tips on how to be motivated on a daily basis. And this is what works for me every single day. Find what you love to do and do it. So this is what, once you figure yourself out, you'll be able to understand yourself very clearly. You'll be able to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, what you love and what you hate. So now I need you to go through back to that list and be like, all right, cool. So what are my strengths? Well, for me, I love being on camera. I love teaching you guys what to do to crush it. I love doing what I do already, and you guys see it all over the place. So I figured that out for myself, and I started to take action against it. Because action is key towards anyone's success. And you're not going to see any results if you don't actually take action, which is why I say do it at the end. So once you guys are able to do that, then you guys are able to figure things out. Now, number 3. We go on to number 3. And I like this specifically because one of my mentors taught me this and it really clicked for me. Where it's so far you've figured yourself out, you've now created some sort of pathway for yourself, but now you need to create a direction. You need to actually understand where you're going to end up. So here's number 3. Have a vision and understand your end goal. Oops, messed that up. End goal. Sweet. So having a vision and understanding your end goal. So once you find what you want to do and you start to do it, obviously you want to understand where things are going to go forward for you. You never get into a car with no destination. Right now you filled up your gas tank, you've entered your car, now you have to insert the destination. You have to understand, okay, where the heck am I actually going and where the heck am I moving forward for this? And so you have to understand why you're doing things, and that's where number 3 is a very key tip where I would recommend you to really sit down and understand where you'd like to move forward as of the moment of finding what you love to do and actually starting to do it. And then once you figure that out, you go on to number 4. which is a daily to-do list. Actually, you know what? I don't like calling it a to-do list, but a daily list of things. Alright? So you need a daily list of things to actually do that gets you a step closer to your vision. If you don't have that, you'll start driving, you know your destination, but sometimes, and you see this a lot in business, a lot of entrepreneurs, they begin something, but they don't actually have a step-by-step process on what to do next, and they get lost, and they get scared, and then all of a sudden all this anxiety starts to kick in, and you know, it just gets too troubling. So let's skip all that, and let's make sure just to have a list of things on a day-to-day basis. And if you're not sure what to do, that's where mentorship, that's where actually, you know, getting advisors, people that are around you that can help you. Go out there and ask people, I'm kind of lost, what do I do next? But always make sure that you actually have a list of things to do next. Afterwards, once that is completed, what you want to do is number 5. So we said six tips. So number 5 is you want to crack at them every single day. So you get this list and then you start cracking at the list. Daily. So I know this is kind of very like, this is integrated, this may seem weird, but I'm just trying to show you guys the full-on process, the step-by-steps that I use on a day-to-day basis. So once I have a daily list of things to do, I start to do them. You know, kind of obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people I've met that say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. But what are they actually doing? Nothing. So you want to make sure that after you get your list, after you get your help, if you need it, you move forward into cracking at them on every single day. Now, my final tip to you guys is recap. And this is my favorite part right here. I want you guys to apply this every single day of your life, because what people don't understand about motivation, it's temporary. There's a difference between motivation and inspiration, and I'll get to you guys about that in a different video, but motivation itself is completely temporary. It comes and goes super fast. That's why if you've ever been to a conference or if you ever heard like a motivational video, you get hyped up for the moment, and then like an hour later or 2 hours later or a day later or a week later, it's gone. So it's like taking a shower. You have to take a shower every day, right? To stay clean. So if you want to be motivated, it has to be a daily routine. And for the first 20 to 30 days, you're going to have to actually go through a list like this to start to really get used to developing that habit. Afterwards, though, it becomes secondhand nature. I mean, right now, after many years of me doing this, it's become like a simple tack that I wake up every day and I'm just already programmed to do what I got to do to stay motivated. But recapping is key. I love this because what's going to happen is at the end of the day, you're going to be so caught up in your hustle, you're going to be like, whoa, what did I even do, right? So you want to then create a list, go through the daily list of things, and see if you actually completed them. And this is very important because this is where it comes down to actually understanding if you've done things. This is where the gratitude, the appreciation, the good dopamine kicks in, you know, and you're like, oh wow, I actually got a lot done. So, which is why it's my favorite part, because at the end of the day, after a long day, I like to look back and be like, huh, I can actually do a lot more than I expected myself to. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much it. 6 things. Number 1, figure yourself out. Number 2, find what you love to do and do it. 3, have a vision and understand your end goal. 4, a daily list of things to do. 5, cracking at them daily. And 6, recap. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you stay motivated in 2019. So if you guys enjoyed, let me know down below in the comments. And if you guys have any questions, y'all can all DM me on my Instagram. It's @AdamTutunji. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.